know, Mother Earth. She hung up on me.
Have you seen the new green?
Love your Mother Earth? Let's say we're dating.
The only television network dedicated to living green. Planet Green.
Hello, I'm David Azer. This is Ad Age Video, and today we're going on stage with marketing blogger Joseph Jaffe. He's the author of the books Life After the 30-Second Spot and Join the Conversation. He also runs the popular Jaffe Juice blog that's number 26 on Ad Age's Power 150 ranking of the top media and marketing blogs. And he heads the marketing consulting firm Crayon. At the recent Association of National Advertisers Integrated Marketing Conference, Mr. Jaffe tore into the social media marketing blunders of 5 big marketers. Here's that 8-minute section of his speech.
What should you not do? This is when conversation is not conversation at all. And the first is faking. This whole Sprint campaign is about a wireless revolution. And I'll explain to you why I put this in the faking. Because at the end of the spot, I actually think they did something amazing. Instead of a URL, there is an email address, dan@sprint.com. Dan Hesse, the new CEO, at sprint.com. Probably genius, absolute genius. The CEO of a company talking about changing is prepared to actually talk to and respond to and engage with their consumers. Now, consumers aren't dumb, so they actually said, well, fine, I'll email you, Dan, and I'll ask you a question. And this is what people got back. Dear valued customer, thank you for contacting Sprint. Thank you for sharing your feedback on the new commercial, because it's all about commercials, right? We'll pass your feedback on to the appropriate group. We really do appreciate you taking the time, blah, blah, blah. Sincerely, Terry W. from Sprint. What a missed opportunity. So I don't know what happened here. Did the agency think it would be cool to deploy some kind of social media tactic, but then there was no organizational follow-through? If we are truly to change the way we do marketing, then the marketing department has to change with it. Number 2 is manipulating. Here's an example, and I believe there's someone from Sony here as well. I'm out to make friends today. This is the fake blog that said, all I want for Xmas is a PSP, using all the colloquial cool words spelled K-E-W-L, until ultimately this blog was exposed. And by trying to manipulate persuasion and manipulate intent to purchase and manipulate consideration, Sony didn't walk away without a prize. In fact, they were the first recipients of the Flaming or the Golden Poop Award, besting McDonald's and Walmart. So at least they have an award to put on their desks. Number 3 is controlling the conversation. This is a very interesting example where Deutsche Telekom, the parent company of T-Mobile, took issue with Engadget Mobile. And they issued the old cease and desist, or what I call the sue and rue. And do you know what they took issue with? You know what the lawyers weren't happy about? Apparently Deutsche Telekom has a patent on the color magenta in all mobile branding related efforts. So immediately Engadget said, thank you so much, God, for this manna from heaven, for this gift, this birthday present on a silver platter. So they changed their logo to Engadget T-Mobile. They changed the entire background of their site to magenta, and they then encourage other people to do the same. And I created a post called T-Mobile Sucks. If you go to Google, type the words T-Mobile and fool, the #1 blog post is Jaffe Juice, is my blog. And I encourage people, of course, to do the same as well. And other people blogged about me blogging about Engadget. And some people just thought it was such a great idea, they changed their logos on Facebook, on Twitter to T-Mobile Sucks. But some people just couldn't get over the fact that AT&T sucked even more, so they kind of played along. The point is, you know, this is a monologue. This is not really a dialogue. This is not a conversation. You know, this is a bunch of angry, disheveled bloggers all just kind of, you know, patting each other on the back. This is not exciting. This is not what we're in the business of changing. Conversation is not between 2 or more people. It is between 2 or more sides. And as the brand, if we don't show up and participate, if we feel we're gagged by our legal affairs or our corporate communications departments, or even the board, you're not witnessing real conversation. You're just witnessing a bunch of noise out there. And this is noise at the end of the day, but another opportunity or missed opportunity to at least address and explain themselves. Number 4, dominating. We kind of do this one pretty well, and by well I mean badly. Here's an example of a brand that dominates in the communication field. Go to Times Square, they dominate the surroundings. They have share of voice, which may as well equal share of clutter. They love, love, love advertising. But sometimes advertising doesn't love them back. So here is an out-of-home big billboard. And for those of you that can't see immediately what's wrong with this picture, I'll give you a clue. X marks the spot. And a blogger who happens to blog about media's impact on families, in particular children, sent a note to Target saying, what's up with that? Did you plan that? Or was it just an innocent mistake? What they got back was, good morning, Amy. Thank you for contacting Target. Unfortunately, we're unable to respond to your inquiry because Target does not participate with non-traditional media outlets. You're not a human, you're not a customer, you are a non-traditional media outlet. This practice is in place to allow us to focus on publications that reach our core guests. It's not only are you not important, not only are you not our customer, but the people that read you are in fact not our customers. You are not a magazine, and we're not going to talk to you. And this blew up in Target's face. And eventually, when they did respond to the fact that they didn't respond, or that they didn't respond properly, they said, well, the reason why we didn't is because we just don't have the manpower. Shame. We just don't have the ability to respond to every customer that reaches out to us. Isn't that the whole point? That every single customer that reaches out to us deserves a response? And if you don't have the money, or you don't have the talent, then go hire the talent. And if you don't think you have money to hire the talent, take the money from your media budget. And number 5 is avoiding. Again, we do this one so well, we actually don't even know we're doing it most of the time, which is even worse. Starbucks. Everybody loves Starbucks, but unfortunately not enough to get them out of the trouble that they're in right now. And if you look at their stock price, and if you look at Howard Schultz's memo, that the Starbucks experience somehow had been tainted. Maybe it was the fact that we were now paying $7 for a cup of coffee where someone just pushed a button instead of actually demonstrating a little bit of manual labor to make it in front of us. But maybe it's because of people like Winter. This is Winter. He's a consumer. He's you, he's me, he's a human being. He decided that he wanted to have a cup of coffee in every single Starbucks store in the country and even the world. And so I emailed him and I said, Winter, tell me about yourself. And I printed the entire Q&A in the book. He said Starbucks contacted him and they just wanted to know what he was up to, what his ulterior motive was. Was he trying to profit from all that equity? And he was like, well, I don't know, I just wanted to have a cup of coffee because I thought it was like cool, you know? There's no motive, it's just, I don't know, he was bored in a sense. This guy was their Jared. This guy was the next spokesperson who would have been bought at a song. And exactly, I mean, say to him at least, you can have a cup of, wherever you go for the rest of your life, free coffee. Give him a Starbucks mobile. I don't know, get a Mini Cooper and just put a big giant coffee cup spinning around or something. But just figure out how to make good. This is really what I think marketing becomes, which is completely non-linear and adaptive. Contingency planning, course correcting, being able to spot opportunities and change the ship. The whole marketing process is drawn out and spread out. So ultimately, I think the question and the challenge to you, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Are you in the campaign or the commitment business? It is as simple as that. Do you silo out on a campaign-by-campaign basis, or in fact, are you committing to consumers for life? Are you in the fireworks business, the Super Bowl commercial? Everything is front-loaded to launch. The sky illuminates with bright, brilliant colors. Sound and visual synchronization, dare I say, integration, and everybody looks up and they ooh and they ah and they're mesmerized, they're hypnotized, but as quickly as the sky bursts into colors, it returns to darkness and you can hear the crickets chirping. We go dark on our consumers. The fireworks display in many instances is your media plan.